Hello everyone. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I am tired and I am cold, but here we are nonetheless. It is chilly in my room. I think it's like 43 degrees outside right now, Fahrenheit. Oh, it's a little chilly. Hard to see the details. The colors all warm and welcoming or cozy though. A flower trowel where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Rock. Hey, kids. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
The scruffy-haired
Children?
little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You must be Lillian's friends.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Oh. I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
Children.
The other one laughs as well. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. An interesting reason, somehow tied to the case.
I don't care. It's like, I don't care. Oh yeah, I shaved. What are you laughing about?
Stops laughing and looks at his toes. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. Now he's not talking. Just wobbling around like he's
Children are stupid. Have you seen any bad people around?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Nah, let's leave the kids alone. You know, sense in bothering them. That's funny though. What's in here? Ruby, are you in here? Don't shoot me. It feels safe and warm in here. Not like outside. Industrial co-pilots burn with an orange glow. Hello, child.
Hello, mister.
Oh, you're little Lily. A young girl, barely 4 or 5 years old, sits on the sofa. She's looking at you with frank curiosity.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Ooh. I heard there was a girl here who has armored gloves. Is that you?
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
That's fine. It's a kid. Like, come on. And where are the gloves
hid
now?
them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
Well, she lifts her stuffed toy and looks into its one remaining eye as though searching for
We're
confirmation.
going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
He insinuates the last 2 words carefully.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
Aw. But you tried though. What's that thing you're holding? What's that? Point at the stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then
She has trouble with ours.
Kids.
What's that?
It's a grouse.
See, you said it. Okay,
You
well.
might be able to get on Gart's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
The fuck are you talking about? What's skua? Yes, but what's it for? Okay,
She
thanks.
twirls the furry doll around in the air, giggling happily. All
I
right.
feel weird.
You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
I'm not gonna steal stuffed animal from a. Can I ask her for it? Like,
Bye.
but that would be cool. I mean, I guess
Hello,
I'll ask the
mister.
little girl for it.
Bye.
I guess I can't ask her about it anymore. Oops. I could just load that save, probably. This is where the gloves are. Let's go get the gloves. Or I could just steal it. I really could.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
The little castle? The reigning lord must have come upon some really tough times to let it sleep in such decrepitude.
Well, you playing along with my BS now?
The walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Hell
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
I don't think we are. We have a piece. And I can't. Interfacing. What does this give me? Half-light. Clenching and unclenching your fist has never been so fun. The tiny ceramic plates make a lovely clicking sound when your fingers move. The gloves are a bit sandy, but the grip is phenomenal. Ooh, that might actually be useful. Look at me, I look like such a dude. Perception. +1 to composure. -1 to save bear. -1 suggestion. That'd be fair. I'm just kind of looking at shit right now. Oh, there's your look. There's a look.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably.
I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off. Decked out in future armor like a cop ought to be. Yeah. You goddamn
The
right.
art of vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you.
This is a long sought after enemy technology. I can't just enjoy it. I must study it. This gear could line my pockets with cash. I could probably sell it to some other cops. One down, 2 pieces to go. Here I
Are
come.
you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too. 3 pieces more like. You were ambitious.
Ha! Look at me now, world. I am invincible. Super cop. Is that garbage? Waste? Let's drink from this water. See what happens. Rust-eaten letters. Read Mazout. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna go see if I can. Hey, ruins! Ruins? Construction materials. So this house left in a hurry. I don't exactly know how I did that, but I did it. I reached through that wall and grabbed it from there. A wedding stone. Well worn and covered in rust. Oh, a whetstone? White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Something about this shack. Actually, wait. Let's go here first. Cinder blocks. Charred. Makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
Oh, it's a bench.
You can revisit.
Okay. I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Holy shit. Hello again, YouTube. You didn't hear any of that, but stream did. What was I doing? Oh yeah, that's a bench. What are you? Oh, you're a dude. You're just a dude sleeping, ain't you? Ah, 3 homeless men. I'll question you guys later. There were other... Hello? Sounds of life in the north. The washboard scrubs filth from fabric. The broken gas, dusty shelves, and forgotten chairs. What do I have that's new? What's a ominous chair? See a dark
It's only a
red
red
chair
chair.
in the dim light.
Just
of
a
the room.
red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
Sounds like we need to
Investigate the
investigate
blood
that.
red chair. You're going to leave it alone, Harry. That's what you're going to do. You suddenly
you.
feel afraid of the chair. It looks like blood is peeling off it.
Oh, that's the first non-horrendous tie I've had. Coal City. Oh wait. Boy, my character looks miserable. I'm sorry, I just really like interacting with things, and it's not even noon yet, so we've got plenty of time to just run around and look at shit. Pants! You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. Can I not get in here somehow? Probably not. You are Lillian, correct? Can I ask you about some...
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Ignore me. Well, this place is cute. Where? Excuse me? Excuse... Now there's an outfit. Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate. Every aspect. Absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. I don't know, I kind of like my disco pants. Disco ass blazer. Horrific necktie. Neat upper shades.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
Oops. It's a fashion faux pas. I like regular normal things.
I know you do. These inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this. That's for sure.
I'm a centrist and I'm perfectly average. You're a little more moralist now, buddy.
Even if you didn't want to be.
Oh no. Is that a good thing? I can't. Why? Excuse me. Okay, well. Fine, I guess. Here's a thing I can look at. The rear tire of a motor carriage adorn these reeds. Quick travel unlocked? There's fast travel in this game? Since when? I have no idea where I am. You feel a shadow of a very large building fall on you. Dusty pews seem to be missing. This is the church, isn't it? Sign reads St. Brune, 1147. You are here. Excuse me. Oh. I got to investigate in here. I want to say I do. Not certain.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. The
Inspect the
carving
carpentry.
on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your
The
hand over
surface
the
is
beam.
smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Take a close
This
look at the
cheap-looking
padlock.
padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow. You
Well, let's
see
look
a
at the
yellow
sticker.
circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Have you seen this symbol
He
before?
takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
I love that. Have you seen this?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Sticker in your ledger. After the last entry, where it belongs. Put the sticker on your ledger. Right on the cover. Take it off your thumb and throw it in the wind. There's a sticker on my ledger.
Looks very modern.
Oh shit, did I actually... Let's go Ruby in the village. Style your paperwork. This will take time. Harrier Dubois. Super Cop 6, Apocalypse Cop 1, Sorry Cop 9, Boring Cop 4, Communist 6, Moralist 8, Ultra Liberal 0, and I'm 0 on Fascist, thank God. Good Cop, Bad Cop, Honor. People killed 3, case solved 216, years of service 18.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Okay. Where do you think we
Can you
should
hear
start?
the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind? Sure sign of delinquency somewhere east of here. Well... Okay, I know how to get up there. Dead phone, smashed receiver like someone hung up too hard. Angry, I guess. Someone must have worked hard to smash this plastic dome.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
No, I don't need to call nobody. Why? I haven't needed to call nobody in a while, so... Buzz home, the electricity flows through the wires with audible power.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why
It's
not?
a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Fine, Kim. I'll listen to you. I don't want to shake up a jacket. A makeshift roof. Vagrants tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Vagrants, you say? Here's a skill point. Coin-operated weighing machine hasn't seen use in decades. I wanted to level up something, didn't I? Get what it was. Can't do rhetoric anymore. do more logic. Maybe physical instrument. Interfacing wouldn't be bad either. There was one specific one I wanted to do, but I can't remember what it was. Let's go here instead then. Physical instrument. Oh, I see what these do. Okay. Let's put it into visual calculus. I think that would help me. Vagrants have recently painted the top red. One grip from it. Ooh. Megabino's prescription lenses. I just stole someone's... Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Open. Postcard. Damn. I have gone off on like 6 different tasks, and I don't think I've completed one of them. Oh well. My playthrough. I can play how I want. God damn, this fishing village. The big canister, it's open, and the big wine canister, it's open and empty. I wonder where all that went.
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Yeah.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness.
Yeah.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
I think I have one of
Now,
those.
this makes partying look bad. Still, don't let it sway you. You're
You dead?
responsible. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's no older than a day or 2. No mold yet.
I'm not gonna pick that. Hi, are you dead?
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk. Starting with the right leg, the fall
He fell and
has
hit his
left
head on the
him
bench.
broken,
Yeah.
contorted like a sad puppet.
Hold on.
2 bulging eyes stare back at him, void of any sense of
Lividity
life.
is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself.
You damn
Calm
right
down.
it is.
Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study the
There's some
surroundings.
dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A
Is that on the
dry
man's
chunk
head?
of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
Hard to
Seems like the
say.
head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
About the
They
floor.
screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole, and you would have never found him. A
Examine the bottle.
.75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Oh, I'm sure he did up until he fell into that bench and died.
Tear all around us.
Yeah.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Okay.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario, even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
In a ditch off a road below the 881, he thinks. A young father. Then he shakes his head to make the memory stop.
Yeah. Alcoholism is depressing.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back. He's wearing
close.
mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
Search his
You find
pockets.
some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat the seeds, don't worry. I won't do that. I won't eat the seeds.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his moustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last.
What should we
From
do with
where
him?
I stand, I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
We found him.
Alright,
We should finish
we should
this.
first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Okay, I can do that. 1 second. Items. Postcard. Gas can.
The library card is folded into 2 and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Billy Majon.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock. Business hours, 900 to 1800.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
You know, I'm assuming that these are references to actual books. I just don't know them.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle.
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Yeah. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous. You think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
What about alcohol poisoning and liver
Some
failure?
symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior.
Ah, that's just being drunk.
But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
I think you're right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
Who is
Looks
this
like
man?
one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
Who looks south?
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad. This is an omen, a sign from above. Don't start drinking again.
I could have ended up like him. And on some empty boardwalk with a bottle next to my corpse. What we're witnessing here is the demise of a great party beast. A leather jacket, empty bottle. Just another old drunk to me. I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet. Well... why is that going off? Oh, that's why. Stop it. There we go. That's more comfortable.
Well, at least you're not married.
Well...
Or, what if you are?
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
yeah. So what the fuck I gotta do again? Oh wait, I got it. It's a long way down, death from 20. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Alright, let's leave. Thanks, save your fare. Careful there, these floorboards look rotten and weak. Well, then we'll walk. Yeah, let's not tempt fate. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Okay, so it was... It is so hard to tell where I can and can't go sometimes. Can I not go back here? Well, there was some, there was a phone. There was a phone somewhere. I swear there was. I'm still on the boardwalk. Wow, this boardwalk just keeps fucking going, doesn't it? Bars cover these long, dusty windows. I can still get down. Is it repair? There's a slit in the concrete here. A sewer?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick
Perception.
layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Can you make out what's inside? Try to see
Dripping
inside.
water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Yeah, let's not poke that bear. Sorry, Kim.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. There's no echo and no answer.
What's in
Maybe
there?
it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
Any idea
No
what's down
idea.
there?
Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we could
We
find
might
maybe down
find her
there.
down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building.
But not there.
I hope not.
So that's a solid maybe, but a maybe still. Hello.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
I feel like I know
Indeed,
this place.
somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light. You felt it before when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
What is
Maybe
this
we could,
building?
You know, ask the man who's pointing at the building.
Could Ruby be?
Yeah, she could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Listen, man.
Suddenly,
Yeah.
all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down or gone behind a corner. You only hear distant waves washing the coast.
What was I even attempting to
Trying
do here?
talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there with your hands fallen to your side. A prayer of sorts to Revachol.
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. I think there's people west of here. We could ask them.
Indeed, you hear what sounds like 2 men arguing where the lieutenant is pointing.
And then there's the church. If I were a murder suspect, I would not hide in the most prominent building here. But who knows? Maybe she's reckless.
I doubt it. The way this seems, she seems to have... She doesn't seem reckless, but I do want to check that church.
Anyway,
just
we
because
do
it's a
it
cool
the
church.
old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
Hell yeah. Gross. Excuse me, sir.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
pointing to the weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and
You
smiles.
officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Sure.
you.
Oh,
Yes,
hypertext.
hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
What the fuck?
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Wait, who's that about the
Oh,
windows
yes.
before?
So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Oh, because the backlighting wasn't strong enough. Okay, that makes sense to me. Because I know computers. And Kim know each
No,
other?
I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
He rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
Wait. Hang on, I'll be right back. Never mind, I'm not going anywhere, apparently. It's not like I thought I was.
But
Ooh,
I
excuse
assume you're
me.
not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Hey.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money? Looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious
No, I'm
around?
afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
Ah,
There's
okay.
something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
What's so fascinating about an empty old building? And I don't really want to insult his interest. Like clearly this means a good amount to him, so I don't want to be like, yo, why the fuck is up with these fucking buildings? What's so fascinating about
but
these
it's
old
not
buildings?
just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of
The shadow
Felt
shifted.
Electrical, and Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Oh. So this happens after Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, that makes sense.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Yeah, what is R&D? Look at the building looming
It
over you.
looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Revachol development, I'm assuming, is what R&D stands
Apologies,
for.
It's an acronym for Research and Development.
Research and
use
development.
it
I
anymore.
just can't fucking read.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Ah,
Leia
okay.
Kalpa,
Sure.
you are
yeah.
not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
That's a good thing. Let him learn me a thing or two.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains.
Well, I mean, you
They
can still make
started
good
out
money
as a
there.
midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
You think about that? We live in a time now where we've got 2-century-old companies that are still kicking about. Which might not be a good thing. I should turn this down a little bit. Yeah, that is. Alright. But yeah, we've got, like, I think Coca-Cola started out in the 1800s, for sure. It's been around a while. I think Nestle started out somewhere around there, but I'm not entirely sure. There's a lot of old companies around still. So, yeah. Why are you all of a sudden not? Oh, because I turned my volume down. That's why. Okay, there we go.
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
Very interesting. Let's get back to this later. You know, I like the words you're saying, but yeah. What was the
It
ace?
was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
I'm just now realizing that there's way more lore to this place than I thought. Holy fuck. They could make like 6 games based on the information this guy has said alone. Holy hell.
Indeed. What?
The war, probably.
Revolution!
The boy wipes his nose on his sleeve. Aw. That's an adorable outfit.
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Saying that Felt built this boardwalk. What happened to the engineers, the company people? What did the revolutionary do with those advanced tape computers? How did those tape computers work? One has something else. What does the revolutionaries do with those advanced tape
They
computers?
used them for
I don't know why
military
I'm asking all
communications,
this. This
but
has nothing
also
to do with
write
why
and
I'm
send
here.
out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Decret de Mars.
Le Decret de Mars. What was
What's
that?
the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Are you saying Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
I don't want to ever hear you use the word pleasure wheel again. But I know you mean Ferris wheel. Call it a fucking Ferris wheel.
A pleasure wheel?
Wistful. The lieutenant looks wistful, as if picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel, lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
Yeah. God decided that somebody decided that war was going to happen here.
Oh,
so
I'm
it did.
afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers,
How do those tape computers work?
actually no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Yeah, you certainly are saying words, sir. I can tell you that. I think I asked the wrong question. Or the right question. Honestly, he seems like a very decent guy.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
He exactly did.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
I guess someone knocking on my door. Hang on. I love how this guy is probably still trailing off while I'm thinking of the word Wumpty Dumpty Dum. Wumpty Dumpty Dum.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay. Okay, dude. I need you to slow down. I need you to answer a few questions for me. What the fuck are you talking
The
about?
Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on...
There it is
rather
again,
much
those
notion of
words.
origin, so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Tim, is he making this up? Come on, there's no place called Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center of the Arts. Is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Womty Dumpty Dum Center is a
Okay, what's
place
that?
you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
He lost me a while ago. Okay, Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Oh, we're internalizing this the next second we get. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wonder Twins, Guy and Keith Juiced, are the stars of the show. I'm trying to scroll. Where are you if you are not there? RCM,
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
The FPE.
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld Playback Experience, but those are incorrect.
Nah, I like experience better. Very sellable name. I keep getting Discord notifications. I'm trying to stream, please. I was getting absolutely fuck all before 8 o'clock. Why did the revolutionary destroy
Who
it?
knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I wanted
But
to
of
talk
course,
about something else.
What else?
Not again. You look like someone who has money.
No,
I'm gonna
thanks
leave you to it.
for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Well, to be honest, you talked more than I did by a lot. By a lot. But I will say, good on the game devs for making this so in-depth. Hey, money. Money. Health. The fence blocks the path. No way from here. You lie. I have bolt cutters anyway. It's pirouetting. God. Oh, I know who you are. I'm looking for you.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
Of course you're Australian. Why wouldn't you be Australian?
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the
To what do
cryptozoologist.
I owe the pleasure?
Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Yeah, the water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. I want to.
Oh, good.
Nah,
We
I'm
should
not
really
telling
get
him
him
that.
back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Warm beat.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Well, this
I'm
one.
afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
Well, I'm just looking for a suspect, my guy. Like, red hair, might have killed somebody. You know, kind of important.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook, then gestures for you to proceed.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
Makes it so difficult to
Good
find.
question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialized techniques to protect itself from predators or scientists in our present case.
What kind of special techniques is the phasmid using to hide
It's
itself?
my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defenses that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex.
So, let me get what you're saying straight here. What you're telling me is that this thing is invisible? I can level up, which means I can get... Yes, because I want that in my brain hole right now. About 42 minutes.
But I cannot describe how these defenses work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Seems puny, to be honest.
Fucking no. Not for an insect, anyway. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as any of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for.
Me, honestly, yeah. Like, fucking dragonflies are insane. They have like a 90%, 95% catch rate on their prey, which, for those who don't know, I think the average predator gets about, and I say predator like throughout all the animal kingdom. I think the average predator has about a 25% chance of catching its prey.
Even
So,
simply catching a glimpse
yeah.
of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of my, of any, cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defenses, find out how it stayed hidden so long,
Would be glory itself.
What have we discovered about
very
it so
little,
far?
I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts. Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
Even seems taken aback
By
by it.
which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Well, Mitch, you think the phasmid is here in
There was a
Montana?
credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Yeah. Maybe
I
it's
have to
died out.
resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
What the fuck does that mean? Parthenogenesis.
Yes, the females don't need males to reproduce.
Oh.
Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. Snakes can actually do that too. They'll actually give birth. Like, if you have like a female pet snake, there's a chance that it'll give birth, depending on the species, of course. Even if you don't have like a mated male at all, or a male that has inseminated the female or whatever, there's still a chance that it could produce an offspring. Now, whether that offspring survives, With travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. This is arousing no special feelings in me. That's pretty clever.
Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about.
And I'm eager to
Oops.
return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we've finished with these traps.
I did not mean to select that.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to her.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She signed
Yes.
the phasmid?
That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
I must.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
You okay,
His spirit
dude?
may be willing, but his body might be too old to endure the rigors of the coast.
You should just give up on this bug hunt. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, and come back and check the tracks later.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that.
I could go for some trap setting.
What if I check the traps for you? Like, Kim might not like that idea, but I don't care.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Chaos is my method. I'm at Scion. We're looking for someone hiding on this coast. Looking for another thing may lead us to her.
Why not? At least it will give us the excuse to look into a lot of reeds.
Hell yeah.
That it will. That it absolutely will. I hope you brought your good boots.
I have some rain boots. Where are these
There are
traps?
4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What do I do if there's a
Bring
phasmid in
it
one
to
of the
me at
traps?
once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the
That's
wild?
highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Don't do that.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. It dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
Alright. I'm ready.
Right,
Let's get to it.
Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Yeah, they need to go rest.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
I'll get going. I auto-saved. It's almost impossible to get a fire going near the ocean. Almost. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes. Crumbling. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Yeah, he did say that these things were the size of someone's forearms, right? Don't you think you can hide your money from me? I have sight beyond sight. No boat in the boathouse today. But suspect not. Manganese? And some oversized superstar sunglasses. Fuck yes. This one. Visual calculus -1 drama. There we go. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. That's so stupid. I don't really care that much about composure. Cavalry boots, let's go, baby. Now there's the look of a man who's ready to fight some crime. Inspector Gadget's on the case. Oh, hey.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring.
Ground.
Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves. Confidentially, snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere
It's
for drunks
blinking.
and
Why is it
adventurous
blinking?
teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows. Locusts are crawling around
Oh,
in the
locusts.
trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Inspect the traps. Look for Ruby on the coast. Dead body on the boardwalk. Check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Check the island for bullet traces. Check the land's ending for bullet traces. I should do that.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go.
Damn, I was hoping it would be the first one. I didn't agree on. Damn, I was hoping it
No,
would be in the
you
first
weren't.
one. Succeed than you, laying the trap back down on the ground. Come on.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Know about river show. Know about field. Visual calculus. Hang on a minute. Quick. I would like. No. Get our visual calculus rocking here. Hang on. Is that a visual calculus? I don't think any of these have electrochemistry. Nope.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other. A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner, automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains. The abundance of bullet holes leads to two options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, where only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. A host of men, probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes.
Yeah, no, they were aiming for faces.
They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Ordinary people, familiar, each and every one of them.
Who are
Collateral
they?
damage on the path toward normalcy and progress. Such is your belief, officer.
Is it?
Maybe you should change it. They were praying, screaming.
Look at the line of
7
soldiers.
men in combat uniforms and dark coats, holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Men of duty, dark duty.
Who were
In all
they?
truth, violence offers no answer. It's only the last available resort when all mediation fails. And here, all did fail.
Look at the person
The
standing at the side.
commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face.
Kim, who was in this
I don't know.
execution?
I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. It could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives, killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists, put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces.
What if it was failed personnel? Their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries.
Another likely scenario.
Or maybe
You mentioned coalition forces. Could have been them against the wall?
Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was a commandant, the superior giving the orders.
a cold sea wind blows away the figures. Behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again.
The sign says entry interde. People paid money to park here? No one would pay now. Money! I am not picking up alcohol. What are you? Found Pipo Pipo. What? Is that a hat? That looks so stupid. Give me my Dick Mullen. That actually looks hideous. Door. A building. A hiding place. Could the instigator be inside? The door is not only barred shut, it's inaccessible. I don't think there's anything else for us here. Wait. Ancient paint is peeling off the root of the shade beneath the covering bench beneath the covered rust.
A metal payphone under a yellow...
I don't really care. I need to find out where that shot came from since I'm here. Because I needed to see one from the boardwalk. Get up the fucking thing! Ah, my eyes itchy. Fuck. So much to do, so little time. Another power box. It charges nothing, but it doesn't charge nothing now. It's empty. Where to go? You can imagine why calls became terrible sometimes. You can imagine why calls became terrible sometimes. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The chain trails off into the ocean. Who knows where?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Let's see. Nope, nope. Interfacing. Nope.
An old door, worn by elements. You rattle the
Damn.
handle of it, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
Huh. Door shut tight. Can I get in there?
We don't get in there.
What do you mean? You get into
Frankly,
like everywhere.
you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through every single door.
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk. Even Everard knew that's a part of our MO.
That's who I am. That's who we are. That's who I am.
Yeah,
That's
I
who we
understand
are.
you. I like opening doors as much as the next guy. But this one is simply beyond repair, and we don't have the resources needed to open it. Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. And thus they can't get in.
What is this
It's
thing anyway?
military. A service depot of some sort.
Your
Probably
service-
something that is
what?
no longer there.
Could this structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Back to the store. Barrels have been recently discarded. God damn it. Someone's made a campfire here a long time ago. Rusted broken control box for the radio tower. Ooh, necktie? Conley Inlet's there. Off in the distance where the post trails off. A ladder too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. The wind picks up. Fine sea foam lashes your face. It feels like needles. You can take it. Just raise your collar, detective.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Look over the water
There,
to the whirling.
1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work.
Maybe it's saying to climb the Tom Tower to take
It's
the
not
shot.
possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
He looks like he's cold out here at the tip of the coast. The jacket is warm, but not for this weather.
Kim, you look cold. Maybe a
I'm
thicker
okay.
coat.
You, on the other hand, Freitor, you look like you're about to turn into a popsicle.
You're right. I should look into the situation before I die of
That seems
hypothermia.
smart, yes. To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out Biddable Prime, was it?
I agree. I think that's a good... Am I actually freezing to death? I should probably look into that. Do I have a thicker coat? Scented scarf. I don't have a parka, do I? Why did you have to make it a maze? Oh, hey, look at that.
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds, another one of Morel's traps. weighed down by stones to keep it in place. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze. Snow specks the stalks. Most of it melts quickly. The reeds seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
I was reaching for that trap.
This trap is also
Don't lie to
full
me,
of
game. I know what I did.
locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
Are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite
Always up
enjoying
for a
it.
good jog.
Enjoying it myself.
Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Yeah. So what? The boardwalk rises to your south. It casts a long shadow over you. White polo. And some money. Where does the boardwalk begin? The water runs from the west. The soars upstream. A broken pipe? I'm starting to realize I have no way of knowing where I can and or can't go. Which, for those who don't know, is a problem.
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water.
Right, I can
You
see
don't have a
anything.
reason to. Yet.
What is this
Nothing.
about?
Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there, by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with
Well,
the art
okay.
crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is the heart of this unholy symbiosis of aesthetics and tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a piece too.
Pretentious wanker. -1 logic, -2 suggestion. Just fuck me. The movie bombs in the water. Number says on it says 11. Okay, game.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night.
No.
The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the
Nothing
trap.
but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done.
I must stress that I did not. Bummer, it wasn't in here.
Glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Ah, let it go. Back to traps. Look for Ruby on the coast. Dead body on the boardwalk. Call station. About dead body. Okay. I should probably call the station any damn way.
A metal payphone under a yellow... You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
And chance, why not?
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
I mean...
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
What number did I call? No, this is not Pierre.
News about Pierre?
Where's my oh, I knew. Where's my phone? Where'd it go? No, seriously. Where's my phone? I was gonna look something up. Uh-oh. My phone's missing. I have an idea of where it might be. But it's almost time to end recording. Okay, well, whatever. Open this up and look something up real quick. I really hope. Is he Pierre? Is the thing. Come on, open. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. I forgot. Oh, it opened normally. Okay. I got jump scared by it on Tuesdays. Because, Opera GX is doing a new ad campaign. It jump scared the shit out of me. I don't know the man's name. Where the fuck was Pierre? Who's Pierre?
He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad. Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish, and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame what you did to our country.
Is this not the library? What the fuck did I call?
To hell with the police. To hell with you.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not.
What the fuck was that? What's the number on the damn... autosave, sure.
The library card is folded into two and still if lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at
Okay, put it away. Never mind, I guess. I think that's just gonna call random numbers. Some reason. I guess I can't get up on that part of the boardwalk, huh? Okay, so like... Okay, well let's check inside the church then. An altar, shrouded in dark, or something like that. It's too dark to tell. Give me that. What are you? Go back. Hey, wait a minute. Stop! Okay, we'll continue then. Painted West Pastel, someone is trying to bring cheer to the world. Aww. Where do you lead?
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
No one comes to mind.
You and the seagull are just alike.
Okay, I'll bite. Why am I like a seagull? Oh, hey, Jazz. I'm good. I didn't realize you popped in. Why am I like
the
a seagull?
seagull's story. It's one of endurance and adaptation. The seaside was paradise once. They were birds of that paradise.
I don't really think people call seagulls birds of paradise.
Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors. Eating
Speaking of
burgers
seagulls,
out
I
of
saw a
trash
bunch
cans,
today while out
killing
and
and
about.
eating pigeons.
Weirdly enough, like twice a year in East Tennessee, we will get seagulls, and they will just flood places. I'm talking specifically like parking lots where people drop a lot of food. Like, I can't really remember exactly what time of year, but it's during like, it's between like, some like, it's because they migrate. Okay, they migrate. That's why they're there. But yeah, we get seagulls in East Tennessee like twice a year, and there's a lot of them. They're not as bad as geese though. I never had problem with geese. I don't have problems with seagulls either. They've never bothered me, so it's just a thing. Killing and eating pigeons, that's not good.
No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done. They're one pair of track
Fucking
pants
right.
away
Whatever
from
it takes to
gangsters.
survive.
Just
I
like
am the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
I am the seagull. Thanks, game. I needed that. What was I doing? There's really not much here. Other than that seagull. Oh, that seagull was pretty damn cool. That was random. Yeah, that's Disco Elysium for you. Got it. Where the fuck am I? Here we go. Hello, new person.
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Good morrow, lady.
Hello there.
Hi.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
So, my two questions are, would you, dear child, it's freezing, where's your hat? Or, so, you wanna party? Where's your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat.
So should you.
I do.
You don't have to do anything.
It should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Yeah, well... Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises.
I don't get it sometimes, but okay.
What did she just say?
Regain
That's
authority.
not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Nah, we're not gonna... Heroic. Oh, wait, no. I'm not gonna chastise her for that. That's stupid. Is that language
I'm
really
sorry
necessary?
I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Aww. I'll answer your question. Have you said... What's your name?
Estelle.
This is official police business. And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
You have little reason to doubt
Sell
that's her
burger.
real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Have you seen? I'm not gonna press her. I don't care that much. Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Okay,
Just
thank you.
no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
What device you got there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the
Actually,
wires?
just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact
Contact mic
microphone?
records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Your mangled brain would
Should've
like you to know
known that.
there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
That's cool as hell. Yeah? Any news on my wife's name? How about my mother?
No,
Ah, okay, thanks.
you're welcome.
It was rhetorical, but okay. Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike? Does this thing
The
work?
mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Picks up vibrations through physical objects rather than air. Actually, I have some non-mic questions for you.
Okay,
What are you doing out here in the cold?
recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording?
I think
exactly?
I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
And what are the recordings
The
for?
musicians in the Elysium used them for making music.
Oh, that's actually cool as
They
hell.
looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
No, I totally get it. Like I don't know how often this actually like happens in real life, but there's a specific mission in Spider-Man Miles Morales where you go, or it's a side mission. You essentially just go around collecting different sounds from New York City, and it'll compile it into a song when you beat the mission. I haven't beaten that mission yet, so I don't know what it sounds like, but you know, it just reminded me of that.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Oh, that's sad.
She is on some kind of stimulant, amphetamine or methadone, and its effects are wearing off fast. She will begin to experience more and more valleys now, and fewer peaks.
How do you know that? She seems perfectly normal. A little like, maybe a little like straight-faced, but nothing like
Take this,
amphetamine
your
wise.
code.
No man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
This. Yeah. She needs sleep more than anything. Yeah, she does sound like she's extremely tired. Give her your.
Thanks.
Aww. She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. Said it's supposed to be a music place? What is
That
it?
The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid. It's really not going to be a Elysium, that's for sure. Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like
Music
what?
stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That
Yeah.
stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
Alright, that's some other
Go ahead.
questions. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. You seem surprisingly comfortable being questioned. Why's that? Tell me more about this music place.
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
We do, don't we? Mind if I question you more? Tell me more about this
It's
music
supposed
place.
to become like a club for Nordic dance music. Like
I don't
that
know
new
what that
style
means.
of synthesizer stuff they play at the Elysium.
I don't. I mean, I know about synthesizer music, and it's decent.
Except that, yeah,
Oh,
The
okay.
floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years.
Did you put the padlock on
No.
the church door?
not really, no.
So this isn't yours?
It's Noid's.
So, I have a few questions about this Noid person. Does he like to wear skin-tight outfits and jump on pizzas? No, I'm... Okay, fine. Well, I'm not even pre-Y2K and I knew what that reference was. Why does this Noid person put a padlock on the church door?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya.
I'm one of those weirdos, except I don't think I'm from Martinez. I think I'm from Jamrock.
Should you? Weirdos. Sounds bad somehow.
Enough about the church, then. So, you want to turn the church
I
into a
know.
club?
It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
I don't know where you got that idea. That's why you ask.
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
Oh, see. I prefer to be non-committal. I've got enough on my plate as it is. I'll talk to
They're
them.
inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead.
I'll pick this up.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo
Really?
adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
Actually, that's it
Okay.
for now.
Bye.
Okay.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
You mean air?
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Alright, we'll squeeze that.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm
Okay.
actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Hey, is that supposed to mean something? Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled.
You see a youngish
I
man bleaching the tips
have
of
a
his
feeling
hair
this
with a
this is gonna
toothbrush.
get copyright
He puts the
strike.
toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Look at
His
that.
grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
Seems like a decent guy.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
He looks like David Bowie.
And Egghead. Egg!
Yeah.
Together with a Cell Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
When
We're
you
many in the
organize.
pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Also for talent. Club ice music is electronic.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is a fucking nightmare. Alright. Was there something you wanted? Your friend Assel said there was a problem with the church.
So you've met her. Good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Narcomania on the coast.
Yeah.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Enough histrionics. What the fuck are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Well, yeah. Really, any abandoned place ever could end up like that.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yeah. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Yeah, Kim's not here, so I can talk about drugs all I want. Hell yeah.
They're spooky.
What do you exactly, what exactly do you mean by
I was hoping
spooky?
you'd be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
You know, I will give it to him. This music ain't terrible. I mean, it's not what I would normally listen to, but... And again, it ain't bad as far as electronic music goes.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing,
I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into
All
it.
right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
So told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the
Of
key.
course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies toward you.
It's as
Damn
if
it.
time is frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Yeah, this is going to be way cool. Blam! Straight in the eye. Straight in the old eye orb. In the looking ball.
Damn it.
Man,
Well,
it's nothing. Pick the goddamn key up. Put it in your pocket and move on.
I'm getting too old for this. Nah, it's fine.
He
Shut up.
looks like he's genuinely sorry he didn't throw them better.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else of interest in here? Nope, just you three. All right. Your music is loud. I'm gonna leave now. We're back. I want a new hat. Do I have any hats? I want my other sunglasses back too. I do have like 2 hobo hats, but hell yeah, oversized sunglasses. There we go. Let's see. I don't have any white pants, do I? No. Suggestion. Plus 1 to rhetoric. Actually, let's leave those on. Well, never mind, I guess. We'll go back to the ordinary trousers. There we go. Now I'm a superstar cop for sure. What else is down this way? Anything? What is this stuff? More tribalistic markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. The pole screwed into the ice keeps the tent erect. Trash for some unending party. I wish this party would never end. Never end. Okay, I'm done with that. I should have switched hats before I gave her that one because I really like that hat. Okay, nothing. Hi, what are you?
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
Push the Eternite
The pane
over.
falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Thunk. There we go. We just made life a little easier. Alright, now that we got the okay to the okay for the
Heavy
boys.
wooden doors, more than twice your height. The lock
Open the padlock with
turns
the
easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on
A
the
great
doors.
whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Where am I? A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here. Nah, said walk. The grotesque wooden figures look half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. More of the forked lighting pattern you saw outside. There it goes. Walk. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still
And
hear
then
something.
it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Kim, what's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. It's beginning to worry me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
Sure.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it
The
is, it's definitely
lieutenant
real.
doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Well. Damn it. What kind of ancient cult of Jehovah is this? I don't know. It's definitely
Just
a
darkness
church.
without end. It makes your head spin.
Try to make out something.
There's nothing.
Anything.
You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Well. Oh.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight
That's
at
fucking
you
scary
with
as hell.
dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently.
Hey, who's
the man
there?
Leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
The right
Here
place
you can
for
receive
what?
the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. It's such a lie.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. Believe me, it's there. Oh, I'm definitely in church. I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub. Great, my report's here. So original.
I know it's hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage Albino was doing to my mind and my spirit.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Oh, central to my identity. This is stupid. I don't even know this. It's all well and good, but we need to talk about unlicensed occupation of a class. I'm just gonna repeat what the dude told me. For some reason, I feel like you have a
Don't
point there.
trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
Mama? What? Wasteland of reality. Insomnia. Research time 20 hours. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic. Yeah? And that it's a sickness. Well, and it's killing you. Definitely. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain, now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. I haven't drank anything in like 2 days. I haven't touched a single substance. But I will internalize that because that is a good thing.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is?
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see him. Think they scared of me.
They are definitely scared of you. I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising use. The business looks promising. Wait, do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
So, what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Okay.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Oh,
He
that's
said
cool.
that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Where did you
Up
come
there,
from?
Holmes.
I don't know what yet, but there must be something illegal. Are you human? You weren't moving like a human.
I am. At least in part, Holmes. Until the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
Well, at least you're human. That's all
Glad
right.
you're feeling more comfortable. First timers are always nervous.
Okay, I have
The
other
sinewy
questions.
figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Do you know where the other spooker is, quote unquote?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
You certainly said some words there. I'll give you that one.
Viaita is Grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church. It's a Verite.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Are you naked? Why do I get the feeling that you're just completely nude on that rafter?
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive?
Yes.
No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
And how can you know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So we got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who she
I'm
is.
afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
What are you doing
This is
here?
a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
What will happen once you drink from this
I will
perforation?
be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Do I? Who's this mother of silence you keep talking about?
That's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
Are you sure you didn't just
It's
switch
not
one
like
drug
that
from
at
another?
all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Yes, you have a point.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
You said that already. Still don't know what you're doing
I'm a
in the
seraph,
church.
Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's a mother of silence. Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes.
I do.
This is the
I
mother
love
of
singing.
silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
How did you even find this place?
Hard
This
to
church.
say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there,
Oh, you're 100%
I realized
naked.
what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Right,
The
I have a
sinewy
question.
figure lingers on the wooden beams.
There's some
blending
trippy stuff.
into the
I
shadows.
agree. You've been here for a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The
Yeah,
mother's
it's-
love has done its job.
Yeah. This
That's
is
what's
some
so
weird
great
shit.
about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Okay, then thanks. I'm gonna wander around. Figure drawn in the frost of the window depicting a deer. Frost is... a scarf. Oh, nice. Give me my bottle. Cracked pane of glass, very colorful. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved shoes, you say? Bowling shoes! Portable Harman Moshe tape recorder.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Is that what that noise is? Because it sounds like hell.
A radio computer. And it's turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
What the fuck is that noise?
We should probably let it be. It's becoming clear that there's no trace of the suspect anywhere inside the church. A radio computer. We have one down at the station. No, I don't know how to operate it or what it's used for. Let's go.
This is the Ream Prefect radio computer, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
All right, I'll trust Kim on this one. Someone's siphoning electrical currents from outside into an antenna.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you.
Humanist church,
A crack
that's what
runs
this
across
is.
her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Some kind of sirens? I don't know, but I hated it. I'm glad I left that place. I did not want to deal with that sound anymore.
Your knees touch the floor.
Sure.
The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Retribution!
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
I don't think it's mourning. It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as
Your
you.
fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Oh, so she's Jesus. Okay.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What else do I know
Many
about her?
things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir Laclais. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty, draped in ancient sadness. Are
She
you
might
sure
be
you
more
want to
kin to
remember
the
this bit
Virgin
of
Mary
historic
then.
trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed.
Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
trivia? Where's this
The
coming
past.
from?
It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
Fuck this pain, Bratan! It's unhealthy!
Okay, what else?
Terribly,
Was she
women of
smart?
the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man.
I don't know
A
what
simple
contract
grasp of
bridge
matters
is.
of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous. It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I kind of know about the Pale in that I bought a book that tells me about the Pale. That's it. That's all I got, man.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion.
This sounds like
that
gibberish.
Her lungs started
It's
glowing
religious
in her
gibberish,
chest.
specifically.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Wait, what exactly
The
is an
highest
innocence?
category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate inauthentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Okay, yeah, no, that was 100% gibberish. That was political gibberish.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event.
This is a good way to
sacred human
learn
being.
about
It is an honor
Rivashol.
and a glory to live when one is in office. No, we are alone.
Oh, great. That's not depressing at all. There's something terrifying about it.
Is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day. Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
War criminal. He's somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. I don't know. I don't think any of these were what I was thinking about. Like, fucking Christ. Holy hell. I don't know if she's connected to the case at all, but he's not human.
Okay.
He takes his glasses off to clean them. Then after a while he
This
says,
church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
A jigsaw of
Hey.
broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif below them both.
what shattered the mosaic?
Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
I just want to point out that's two really low texts that I got in a row. The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Lieutenant, this used to say, after life, death. After...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
What?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Ah, okay, that makes sense. What is the RCM motto now?
Union, prudence, and force.
I like this. Puts the fear of God back in the... Oh, okay, well. Why prudence? I like the other one better.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
This is Dolores
The
Day.
old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
Know the place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers. There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
You know why it was
I have a
abandoned?
theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted
Well,
this raid?
your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being
I am pretty
here.
sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
I wish you're here. I should find out what
Good
I was
luck.
doing.
You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Very intriguing. Help the ravers start a nightclub. Yeah, that's the whole reason I came into here, was to start a nightclub. Oh yeah, I gotta need scarf. I can't put that on my head. Mesk bangers, baby. I'm assuming these are like religious clothes. 2 decks. Why is double clicking locked now? Usually it's just... Oh, I hate that. Oh, I see. Well, thank you, Jess, for joining me, but I am actually an hour over time. I wanted to check out this church, so that's exactly what I did. So, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.